Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today, kiss free. Got a baby here. What are we talking about today in our channel?
In today's topic, I was looking at good debt, bad debt. Creating wealth using debt, let's say.
Well, I'm sure majority of people heard about Robert Kiyosaki's poor debt,
rich dad, poor dad.
And in his book, he did mention a lot of good debt and bad debt.
So,
And that's how you go.
So I started my
about
journey.
that.
My journey when it comes to financial freedom, it started up from that book. So I read that book when I was 18 years old, and I tried to apply that principle in that book in real life. Now, reality check. Some people don't know what a good debt or a bad debt is. So let's go on that aspect of it. So for me, actually you go first. What is a good debt?
A good debt is you use debt to create wealth. That's how I see it. So
That's a simple version.
Yeah, you borrow money to create more money. Not that you, for example, not that using a credit card to buy a consumer good because it doesn't appreciate in value.
It doesn't produce you an income.
Yes. So using debt to buy something to create income.
Correct.
That's my explanation of good debt.
My explanation of a good debt, well, technically debt is actually not a good thing. But if it's in a simple concept of it, it's a debt that can create you an income.
Yeah.
Whether it's from any way, as long as it's an income much greater than what you have to pay for.
Well, when we were younger, we were more into good debt.
Yeah.
We full on debt.
We really, So if you're a property investor, you're bound to use a mortgage. A mortgage is a debt.
Yeah.
You put a certain percentage of your capital as a deposit, which is your hurt money, your own money. And then the repayment would be, let's say if it's $100 per week, as an example.
Yep.
And if you're receiving a rental income of $150, you have a good debt.
Yeah.
Because you're creating a passive income of $50, let's say.
Yeah.
That's the simple format of it. In trying to apply that in Australia.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we knew at that time, and then media, property guru, everyone is selling this idea. And I think thanks to social media, when we search it, they pop up all these ads and telling us to do more of that.
More of, creating more debt. So
at one stage, we had a whole lot of 1.2 million
of
good
debt.
Good.
That's what we interpreted it. And I'm like, hey, we've got a portfolio of $1 million property portfolio, and we look at it and goes, hey, that's a good debt.
Yeah. Good debt only when someone is paying you. What if they're not paying you? What if
from a good debt become to bad debt quite quickly?
What if no one is renting your property?
The concept is simple, right?
Yes.
So I'm sure there's a few of you guys out there who is a property investor going through to that process. I guess the thought process of I'm gonna go buy a house, investment property. I'm gonna create debt, and that debt's gonna be a good debt because it's an investment, tax deductible.
It's going to appreciate in value in 7 to 10 years.
What else is there? The income that is coming from that property, it's gonna be much greater than what my expenditure is.
Yeah.
But is it really a good debt?
If you can hold it, right?
If you can hold it, then if you can actually see the cash flow from it, then yes.
Yeah.
Cash flow, money coming in every week, much greater than your expenses. So there's that side. And then there's also a bad debt.
Yeah, for example, personal loan. Car loan.
Credit card, consumer debt.
Yes, credit card I think is the majority of the bad debt where people having nowadays.
Retail therapy.
Yes. Even you think Afterpay is not, I count it as a bad debt as well.
Afterpay, if you're actually using as a user, it's a bad debt. But if you're buying Afterpay share, it's a good investment.
Yeah, it's a good investment. Really good. Well, anyway, I read something about Afterpay or pay later. Buy
So
now,
pretty
pay
much,
later, something like this.
Something along those.
No, I haven't finished. About 1 in 5 people, they don't pay on time.
So they're banking that the way they make a profit is relying on the consumer that doesn't pay on time. That's how they make the money.
Yes.
So if you pay on time, then obviously they're not making money. But if you're not making it on time, you're going to charge interest. Just like a credit card in a sense.
I think they charge more than credit card.
Oh, really?
I think so.
We never use Afterpay. And we're not interested in buying Afterpay. We have a simple principle. If we can't pay for it, we'll don't buy it.
Yeah,
save up for it.
In particular, like consumer goods or something that it doesn't appreciate in value. If we can't buy in cash, we don't have that in our bank account, we're not buying it.
We teach our children this last night actually.
Yeah.
So this is one way of your for you to teach to your children in a sense.
Yeah. Well, bear in mind, our kids only 4 and 5.
Yeah, so we're teaching them this. So our intention is for the good of our children, so that way they're not gonna be in consumer debt as they get older. So we're teaching them. We bought them a toy gun, a water gun, because summer's coming up and we don't have any water gun, and it, I guess in a sense, we're not even giving it for them for free.
Well, I think you wanted to, but I'm like, okay, kids, you like it. After they work, they pack out boxes and they get their money. And I said, kids, you want it? It's $7 each.
Yeah. So and I'm like, I was thinking
so
of,
bad.
I was looking at it, I go, oh yeah, they might deserve this. And I thought, no, there's got to be a lesson involved. And when Simona
we didn't talk about that.
We didn't, but
I
was in the same page.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, so you want to do it as a lesson.
Yeah.
It's a great way for one, delayed gratification.
Yeah, because I know that they have the money.
Yeah, and then 2, it involves money, and 3, it's an educational purposes for them to realize how hard they have to work in order for them to get this toy gun.
I think it's the emotion and delayed gratification more important. Anyway, so because they've been saving this money, we told them we're going to take them to the restaurants.
Okay, so backtrack first of all. So on our side hustle, in our side business, we buy and sell stuff on eBay. Sometimes we have to pack them at home. So every time the way they earn their money is actually for every item that they packed equivalent to $1.
Yes.
It might not sound much, but it's just a basic concept of them working for their money, and they are not they're not getting it for free in a sense. I kind of don't agree on giving kids allowance of pocket money just because they're breathing, just because they wake up and they, it's Monday or once a week. Exactly. So that's equivalent to, if you're an adult, that's equivalent to getting a government welfare
allowance. Yes.
So I don't want my kids to be expecting every, whatever day it is, let's say Monday, every Monday they're expecting to get that money.
Yeah.
And I don't want to build that in their brain. So we're teaching them about money. Going back to this, is about good debt, bad debt.
Yes. So what happened is they only had $5 each.
Yeah.
And the water gun is $7. And
anyway,
I asked them, do you want to go restaurant or your water gun? They said water gun. Okay.
Because it's right there in front of them and they can see it.
That's what they want. Anyway, they wanted the gun for a long time. And then, well, you only have $5, but the gun is $7. And I asked them, okay, would you like to get it now? I can give it to you, but at your payday, you're gonna pay me $10 instead of $7, because after pay or interest or credit card. That's how it works. And
we're teaching them basic.
Yeah. And then our daughter did the calculation. I'll pay you $7. I don't want to waste my money.
Delayed gratification.
Instantly.
Once a week, we're giving them their whatever their pay is for the week.
On a Saturday.
On a Saturday or Sunday, one of them. The delay, it teaches them the delayed gratification. Look, if you wait until your payday, it will be $7. But if you want it right now, as an adult, credit card, want it right now, it's gonna cost you about $10.
Yeah.
So our daughter chose the $7, which is delayed gratification until the weekend.
Yeah. And I was amazed because I thought in my head, I always think that girl always want to get it now and emotionally attached. But she's like instantly, okay, I'll do $7. I don't want to be silly, right? And then, but our son, he's like, I want it. I really want it now. I really want it.
Yeah.
And then we just trying to get. If you want it, it's okay. But at your payday, you got to pay me $10. Do you want it? Right? And eventually, he chose the $7.
The $7.
I think he got the pressure too. Maybe next time we should separate them and ask them.
Ask them separately.
Yeah.
That, at the same time, that's like a norm though. A human
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure, because when we go to seminars as well, everyone's getting this peer pressure. I need to get that now today because it's on a discount.
Exactly. Even when you go with your friends,
yeah,
if they're using credit card and buy it now, you can pay later. And if they're doing that, you would do it too.
Correct.
For sure. It's really important who do you hang out with.
Yeah.
It does.
So yeah, the delayed gratification.
Yes. Correct. And at least they choose to not to have that.
Yeah.
I hope they can understand in the future.
I hope so. So going back to this, we're a bit out of track.
Sorry.
So is there such thing as good debt, bad debt?
Depends on your risk tolerance. That's what I would say. When we were younger, we didn't have kids. That 1.2 million is okay. We work, we can support it. But now we have kids and we don't work full time. We just don't want that. We just pay off some of our mortgage as well, as in the investment property too. We just try to get rid of all of that as quickly as possible.
We realize that now having a mortgage or a debt, it can be a burden for some.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't understand numbers or basic maths or basic, if you think that your property is I guess an investment, or what is it,
good debt.
Your debt is like it can create your passive income, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, I think it works if property can create passive income. One, if you put a lot of deposit in there.
Heaps.
Yeah,
Heaps.
but then the return is kind of minimal. We
yeah.
did a calculation if we put it in ETFs or other micro investments, and compared to property, it takes longer and a lot more hard work.
It's slow, steady income stream, let's say. If it's just very, very slow compared to like any other thing, but the fact that you have to require a massive amount of money, that makes it even more harder. For some.
Not saying property is bad, but it's just everyone's preferences. Everyone's preference different. We change our journey as well. We used to be heavily on properties and thinking, okay, we should own like at least 10 of them. We can afford it.
Yeah.
But then bank rejected us because
it's kind of good that the bank rejected us, because it sort of opened up an avenue. The fact that it seems like you don't want my business and you don't want our money in a sense.
Yeah.
So we're kind of grateful that we got rejected.
And then we just put my bank, get off of my back.
So yeah, in a sense, like when you get rejected, I'm like, oh, okay, so you don't like me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
I don't like you too.
I don't like you too, so I want to pay you off. And that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Good debt, bad debt, depending on your circumstances.
Just don't get a personal debt.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like if you're buying it for investment, if that vehicle is creating a passive income, cash flow, then it's a good debt. But if you can, don't go on a debt.
Exactly.
So anyway.
Hope it helps.
Hope it helps. Talk to you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.